All right, let's do a beautiful sound and visual check. How's everybody doing? Let's do that. Make sure you can hear me. Give me a few moments to get some things set up. Epic pick. Thank you, Steven. BTFD, all good in the hood. ETH is on fire. All right, audio's good. Visual's good. We're good. Let's get to it. Let's see if we do this loud and clear. Let's see if we get this. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Slow Markets. As always, in the YouTube chat, there is our Topstep risk disclosure. This is for educational purposes only. It is not a signals class. It's not financial advice. We know that. Talk about the risk disclosure every single night. Our Nightbot will be posting that throughout the session. And I'll remind traders. Now, you can see here behind me, I have the NASDAQ. You can see I have my live account. Same live account. I've had this account now for over a year. I can officially say over a year because it's been over the year. I don't know very many, if any, other influencer, whatever. Anybody on social media, I don't see them having a live account for longer than just a few months, to be honest, which I wish that wasn't the case. Hopefully we can change that. Let's make non-blowing accounts great again. I don't know. I got to think of a slogan. Let's make traders trade better and hold everybody to higher standards, not just blowing accounts, switching accounts, bouncing from thing to thing. Let's get that changed, right? The only one that could change it is us as a community. So hopefully things are starting to look better. Let's keep it that way. Let's get to this NASDAQ though. We do have data coming out tomorrow again. So today we've seen a lot of data come out. We had inflation data. Tomorrow we were going to see more. Tonight is July 15th. Basically Wednesday's price action going into tonight. We have PPI, core PPI, earnings calls, Fed speakers. We have a little bit of everything tomorrow. But look at this, tentative. NVIDIA CEO China meetings. So that is going on tonight around 10, 11 p.m. Central. We're going to pay close attention to that. We could see the NASDAQ, move. You've seen what happened last night. That big spike up in the NASDAQ when Coach Jay and I was on air. And then we kind of stayed inside that candle. It looks like we kind of tried to break out, faked it. Barcoded, that's the definition of a barcode right there. Green, red, green, red, green, red. And then we are at the bottom of that candle, hanging around 23,000. I was looking for the market to hit 23,000. Sure enough, we're there, plus or minus, hanging around that big round number. And maybe we get some information from NVIDIA tonight. I mean, was that not just buy the rumor, sell the news? Is that it? I don't know. We'll see. Looks like we are having some nice support coming in at these 980s, 990s. Not sure. Let's take a look at the daily. I wanted to point something out. Look at that candle. Look at that candlestick on the daily. Is that a rejection? Is that a run of liquidity and a rejection? Are we going to see this market now go back down and test these mid 800s? Maybe that is that possible? Big rejection up there. Can we see that? Lots of data coming out tomorrow, so it's difficult to say for sure. But technically, if you tell me there's no news coming out or no data, from a pure technical standpoint, that would make sense to me. And then when we start to zoom in on the hourly chart, I kind of zoom out and say, yeah, I don't know. We had kind of that run down here. We had that rejection up at those highs. Do we come back down and see that level? Or we're kind of still in the middle. Maybe the upper end, that big round number, 23,000. We can't seem to stay away from that here in July. We've been in that since basically this entire month so far. It's acted as support. It's acted as resistance. It's acted as a magnet. I think just patience, wait and see. If this does become support, maybe we get a nice bounce up to find a level of resistance. Right now it's acting as support. Tonight we're down 0.25%. We have the NVIDIA stuff going on. We have data coming out. We have Fed speakers. We have earnings calls. So we're right in the middle of the week, basically, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that was kind of the idea of where we're going to see the data and the news and the everything that could be moving these markets. So patience, I think, will continue to pay. Let's move on. Let's take a look at gold, and then we'll see if there's any decent trade setups. Maybe an overnight slow market banger. I don't know. Now, gold longs. I mean, I just first looked at this chart, pulled it up, and my eye immediately says possibly a gold long. I don't know. Let's look at this. First thing I'm looking at is, end of June, we made a low. Over here on July 9th, we made another low. Does that mean we're going to make a higher low? Are we going to make a higher low? Is that a possibility? Low, higher low, higher low. We are at a nice, maybe level of support and resistance. Or are we going to break through and just see what we did there? Can we do that? That's possible. Going through that, there's some decent support here at this level, at this 3330s. Like, that's a decent level of support, to be honest. These 3330s. I was looking for those 20s to come into play during the New York session. It didn't. We do have the top of the hour in about 24 minutes, so maybe we kind of chop around here until we get to the top of the hour. We see a spike in volatility. Maybe that could bring us back down into maybe the lower 330s to get us a better trade location. Quadruple threes, maybe 3-3-3-3. I'm not sure. Let's watch this. I wouldn't be opposed to a pullback. Oh, by the way, how about that trade last night? If you remember, Coach Jay and I, that trade I took last night, that beautiful long that I was talking about this, here on Sunday night. I was like, I'd love to see NASDAQ or gold sell off down to these 350s and look for a long opportunity. Sure enough, gold sold down to those 350s. We got into a long, and we nailed it. Got it to those 3368s, and then today we sold off. And guess what? Are we back down to another level to where can we see another pullback? Maybe we target these lows as a level of buying, right? That could be a possibility. For target, maybe upper 49s. Mid lower 50s, that could be a possibility. Let's watch it. Let's see. Look at that double pattern. Sheesh. Yep, I took that trade with 2 contracts for a 2K winner. Great job, Julio. Is that how you pronounce your name, Julio? I flipped shorts for a long last night. Giggles from Richard. Let's see. How's everybody else? How did you do today? I had a profit. I green on the screen for me. A green day is better than that. Anything else? GTA 5 for the win. Are you over there playing GTA 5 Doom Lord while watching slow markets? Is that what you're doing? Man, NASDAQ just is holding those 80s and 70s. We're just pegged at 23,000 here in the NASDAQ. Let's look at gold. Yeah. Not much going on in gold. Green on 2 accounts. Okay, great work, Trader X. Decent day in gold and Bitcoin. I saw it. It was amazing. Nvidia in China equals all-time. Jay, all-time highs. Maybe. We seen it last night. Was that just buy the rumor, sell the news? You buy the rumor, sell the news? I don't know. Hoagland says, how many micros till you just trade a full lot size? 10 micros until you trade a full light size. It depends on your own trading. Gonna see Dakota profitable before GTA 6? Hey, I am profitable. I have positive. I don't know where you come from. There's a lot of FUD and drama out there on the internet. But I have been trading here at Topstep for 1.5 years, and I've pulled out over about $500,000. So if that's not profitable, I don't know what is. This year alone, I pulled out $250,000. But it wasn't all from the live account. Majority of it was when I was building the live account from XFAs. But here's the thing. I have not paid for a single combine, and I have not paid for a single XFA or evaluation this year. So inflows, $250,000. Outflows, 0. I still have to freaking pay tax. Unless I could find more stuff to write off. and show the camera, use that as a tax write-off. I don't know. Go talk to my accountant. We still have a half a year left. We have a half a year left. We just finished Q2, and so 6 months to go. 500K is nothing if you're a GTA player. Fair enough. Fair enough. Buy Bitcoin. How do you not pay for those combines? Well, when you start the year with a live account, you don't pay for combines. Any of the expenses I incurred was all last year. And I keep this live account. It's been active. It's been active. You don't have to pay for combines when you keep your accounts active, right? And then, you know, it's humbling, but sometimes you just have to freaking size down and grind it out. I'd rather be humble, eat that humble pie, size down, rather than blow my account. I'd rather trade micros until I get my crap together and then start trading better and then sizing up before I blow an account. I hate blowing account. It's the worst feeling ever. And it doesn't matter how much money's in your account. It doesn't matter how long you've had that account. To me, it's longevity. It really is. If you cannot keep your account open, just like in real life, right? This isn't just a game. This isn't like GTA 5, Doomlord. We're actually trading. We're traders. If you're to open up your personal brokerage account, I say it time and time again, you can't just call your brokerage and say, hey, I effed up. Can I get a reset? And I'm like, no, dude, this is your own money. You trade for tomorrow. You size down. You put ego aside and learn how to trade smaller and then slowly build back up to where you were. I sized down and on a 3-week winning streak. Yeah, I sized down and it's been all green on the screen for me. It's been nice. I don't care whether it's $50, $300. I agree. It feels good. It's not just about the dollar amounts when you're going through struggling. To me, I look at it through ticks and points. When I'm trading NASDAQ, I look at it as points. Hey, 10 points here, 10 points there. That's what you want to get. When I'm trading gold, you've seen last night, all ticks. It's the same process. Hey, if I can make 50 ticks on a gold trade while I'm sleeping, you know, does it really matter whether it's a micro or a mini? If you could do that consistently, it's just about scaling up. It's like, yeah, you know, hopefully by the end of this year, I could put 30 contracts on and get those 60 ticks. That's completely different, right? We could do trader math. We just do, you know, carry the one, whatever, times it by 30. So I made $160 today. You know, hopefully once, you know, things start going better and starting building that foundation, right, Will, then you just scale up and 160 will turn into $1,600 and then $16,000. And it's like that same trade you've seen me take last night. Those same trade you see me take live on air in front of you during slow markets last night, that slow markets trade, and then again during fast markets, that gold trade that you seen me take on fast markets, which was nice. It was beautiful. That same process, you know, I made $160. That'd be 16,000. It's the same process. Same freaking process. That trade during fast markets was a nice one, though. The technicals, same process, same technicals. I was looking at this level of support. We seen that gold sold off during fast markets, and we got down here to these 42s, and I bought it up. I zoomed in. So this is what we were seeing. I was seeing at the fast markets. We came down here to these 33,042s, 41s. I zoomed in, right? Everyone's seen me zoom in on fast markets. I zoomed into a 5-minute chart. I said, okay, here we go, 42s, 41s. And then as this was happening, I'll zoom in and I'll walk everybody through this. It's Technical Tuesday. These are technicals. We had that nice sell-off. It's quite the sell-off too. And then we came down here and we hit these 42s, 41s. And then we got that beautiful 3-bar reversal. Beautiful 3-bar reversal at that nice level of support. I got in. I think I got in at like 46, 47, somewhere right here. And I closed it out in these 50s. So my take profit was right around here in these 50s, 52s. we can see it. We can put on these trades. Let's go through charts and data. Let's go. Is it show confirmations? So chart executions. Is that the one? We'll probably go through and seen this. Maybe it's, I don't know. Oh, it is in micro. So MGC. And yeah, there we go. That was the trade. See that? See that? I don't even have to worry about my horrible memory. It was just clean. 47.2, 47.2. Got out. Boom, boom. And 1, 2 micros or 20, 30 minis. It's the same process. It's the same freaking process. I like that. That was a good trade. Got to pat your, as much as you beat yourself down, you have to pat yourself on the back sometimes. Pat yourself on the back. So, there we go. Let's go through charts execution. Okay, there we go. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. What's gold doing? We are going up. I don't mind if we miss this trade. It sucks if we miss this trade. I would like to get in long to look for a push back up into these 40s or 50s. Remember that higher time frame analysis? That higher time frame analysis that I did on the hourly chart. We'll pull up the hourly chart over here. That same hourly time frame analysis. Then I zoom into a smaller time frame, like a 5-minute, and then that's where the execution's done. So we are starting to break out, and so if I miss this trade, I miss this trade. It sucks, but there's going to be more opportunities out there. I would like to wait for the top of the hour, so we've got about 13 minutes, and maybe we get an opportunity to where we do get another pullback and maybe a better entry. Let's see. Let's watch and see. I'm not in too big of a hurry, and while we do this, let's get to some questions, and I'm going to turn some music on. So let me know if this music is too loud, and I need a freaking drink. Resistance broke out on gold skis. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. How much do I make for my look-like job, Matt Damon? Hey, I shaved today, all right? I shaved, I got a haircut. Sometimes I have to go on here in the camera and I have to make sure I don't look as good. I have to make sure I don't look that good so I don't make everyone else a little jealous. Yeah, we've been watching we've been watching the NASDAQ. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. I'm single too. I'm single, so if you know anybody who wants to come on to slow markets with me, we could do couples trading. I don't mind. Bring a girl on. We'll trade together. That would be a test of a relationship. If I could successfully trade together, that would be a successful test of a relationship. That would be something else. It's like, buy NASDAQ. No. And then we'll if we have different opinions on the market and how we navigate those challenges, that would be something. That would be. Well, I don't know about that. Maybe rewind. I don't know. Can't take that back. Can't take that back. I don't know about having a trading together live on air. Couples divergence. Couples divergence. All right, let's get this back to trading. But I am looking at, like I said, I am looking to bring somebody on slow markets on. That's a big one. What's your best strategy on the NASDAQ? You get to see it every single night. Every single night I tune in. If you tune in, I review these markets. It's the same every night, right, chat? You see I do the same analysis, support and resistance, technical analysis, higher time frames, hourly chart, 5 minutes. And I've been talking about, hey, is this the trade of the night? Can gold go up, down? How's the NASDAQ doing? It's the same thing day in, day out, and it's been over a year. I don't switch it up. No. Too many traders change things too much. It's about consistency. Consistency is boring. Consistency really is boring. Because I could come on here every night and just be done in like 30 minutes, and it's the same thing over and over and over again. Watch it on replay over and over, but that's really boring. I enjoy doing this every single night. It's different because the trades and the markets are never the same, right? It's not always copy paste. They're always reacting different. I'm watching NASDAQ, I'm watching gold, I'm talking through it, I'm answering questions, and I mean, we're listening to music too, and I forgot we even had music on because I don't have my mics. I don't have my speakers going. So hold up. Martin, hard pass. Maybe I could go to Gronk. Gronk, no, pass on that one too. You're drinking matcha. Is this the pullback on gold? Let's take a look at gold. We still have about 9 minutes. Oh, there's the music. I love to see gold at 33, 32. We're sitting here at 36. Yeah. Would you say NQ on the daily be a 3-bar reversal coming? Possibly, Jin. If you tuned in, I did go through the NASDAQ on the daily. I got the hourly and the 5-minute pulled up, but I can see us coming back. Is the NASDAQ going to come back down and test these 830s again? These lower 800s? We're just in a consolidation in July. July consolidation. I opened up that can of worms, didn't I? No worries, no worries. That's the beautiful thing about the YouTube is you can always go back and rewatch anything that you might have missed. Alvaro says, how long did it take you to become consistently profitable? It's hard to put an exact number, right? Because can you pin an exact day? That to me, there wasn't like an aha moment. It wasn't like, this is when I became consistent. It was more of, I don't know. I like to kind of think of it like the weather, right? Sure, you don't know exactly when the weather's going to be summer. It's like a slow transition. And then eventually once you get there, you're like, hey, I'm here. And then you look back and say, I can't really pinpoint an exact day, but the journey and the ups and downs of it, I would dare say myself, it took probably 2 years. 2 years until I felt comfortable. But those 2 years were like brutal. Trading the zone has been helping you. Good. NQ trying to go lower, but yeah, NQ's hanging around 23,000. That's the line in the sand. Like that is the big round number that we're just hanging around at. Jay says it was good. It was fast. Made 340 over 2 combines and locked out till tomorrow. Great work. Great work. Process over profits. How big is your stop for 1 mini in the NQ? It depends. It depends on my time frame. If I trade it during slow markets, it's pretty big. But during fast markets, it could be tight. The learning years are so hard and wild. Yes. I got it. This is a family show, everybody. During your 2 years, was there a moment you were feeling like, there's always going to be moments where you feel like giving up. Definitely. I would even say 5 years, 6 years, where you're just like, is this really worth it? Is this really worth it? And you're going to always feel that. Dakota, can I get a shout out for my 6.4K profit today? Of course. Of course. And you could also do hashtag slow markets. Hashtag slow markets right here. And if you pay attention, There might even be something special in the Twitterverse that I posted. There might even be something special. 10-4 Bruce, 18 years for me, and still master. Yeah, everyone goes through it at your own pace. Yeah, the only person that can make you quit is yourself. Yourself. I'm a beginner in trading, and I find it so hard to let the trade play out. I was long today, and NQ at 22,900, panic sold account. Yeah, it's hard. It really is. This is why I love slow markets. It's because I could place the trade, I could turn my computer off, and I just let it play out. Trading smaller, if you're trading during fast markets and watching it, my best advice, like trade 1 micro. I give this advice to my VIP team, and it's the same thing over again. Size down. If you make emotional decision, whether it's closing your trade out early or moving your stop loss, or you're doing something, size down, slow down, relax. You place 1 micro. It's slow, but you're not emotionally connected to it, right? It allows you to focus on the process. It allows you to focus on the process and not overthink. And it's helped me out over the past few months. Is like, yeah, screw it. I don't care what anybody on social media says. I'm going to size down because I need to focus on me. I need to focus on my trading, get back to where I was, so that way I can start sizing up again and trade bigger size and trade better. And when I did that, you guys see me, I'm trading size down. Let's do some micros, let the trade play out, and stats don't lie. Stats don't lie. Do you think moving stops into profit is a bad habit? No. If you're doing it for a reason and you can measure it, then no. Nope. If you can measure it, you can improve it, right? Yes, Dakota, it was a good trade and locked it out while we all held. How do you place your stop loss? How do you move it? When I'm in a trade, I move my stop loss a lot. So I always say, and I will always say, every action you do in the market, you have to have a reason behind it. And that reason must be backed by statistics. So if you get in a trade, say, if you want to buy gold now, then I like to have my stop loss below support and resistance, say, for example, here. And then I will not move this stop loss unless something happens in the market that allows me to move my stop loss. So then I would move my stop loss, say, to there. This is just an example, okay? Back for your second slow market. Welcome back. Just me tonight. Coach Jay will be joining me tomorrow, and then Baron joins me on Thursdays. If you can measure it, you can manage it. If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. That's what that reminds me of. Yep. Measure. What gets measured gets improved. Is that the saying? What is that saying? Is that it? Let me know. There's some sayings out there. Jay called me out. Called you out today in his after the bell. What did Jay call me out? Dakota, coming from an options background as well. Okay, me as well. So do you struggle at all as this feels like zero to... Yes, I do. Options where where it's like I'm looking like weeks out at a time is much different than day trading, right? Day trading, you're in and out of the position the same day before the market closes, the New York session. And so it might be... It's more fast-paced for me. That's where I struggle with, but that's why I like slow markets. I could slow down. I use these higher time frames, and then I just find good setups, and I let them play out. Do I consider volume at all? No. Nope. But that's just me. There's some amazing traders that just swear by volume. David Pesky says, I don't know that. You just reach out. Topstep's always good at working with traders. If David, if you show up to slow markets every night and you, I will definitely put in a good request for you. Yeah, if you show up to slow markets and I see that you're just not, like, no problem, then I don't mind putting in a good request for somebody, especially those that tune in and provide good comments and ask questions and are committed. I will always vouch for traders like that. But remember, this is YouTube, this is the internet, so I'm looking at just usernames. So I don't know anybody really other than who I've met at the trader meetup, and this is just usernames on the screen, right? So there's frequent usernames I recognize, and there's some great ones that are here frequently or I see on social media providing great feedback, good comments, and good constructive, and I see them talking about markets, and that's basically where I want to see. You know, how did the trade end up last night? Amazing. Amazing. I talked about it a little bit earlier. Gold long paid well, and we are watching gold tonight, and I'm actually looking for very similar setup to last night. So we're seeing it's at the top of the hour when we're 1 minute past, and let's make sure we are all in and set up. And I think I'm just going to hop in. Why did I not? I could just mark it in, right? I should have just marketed in right there. Let's see if it'll get me at 33.7. It'll fill me. Come on. There we go. There's one. Let's see if we can get a nice setup in here. 1, 2, 3 ticks. Yeah, that's a decent RR. Let's see. Maybe I can build a couple contracts here. Remember, everybody, as always, there's the Nightbot with the Topstep risk disclosure. This is for educational purposes only. It is not a signals class. Let's see if we can get a nice, if I could set up a nice trade here. Maria, it's right here on the screen. Up here, my take profit is probably going to be around these 48s. For right now, my stop loss is going to be down here in these lower 20s. Let's see. Let's see how this trade plays out. This isn't where it's one and done. If I have a reason to add to this position, I will tighten up the stop loss, adjust the take profit. Let's see how this trade plays out tonight. I like to manage my trade, and then right before I log off or I go to bed, then it's fully set up. It's like, you know, this is the slow markets. Maybe I tighten up the take profit. Maybe I widen the take profit, and then maybe there's a reason for me to tighten up the stop loss a little bit. But I like to get a 1-to-1 or a better. Sometimes it's like this. It's not exactly 1-to-1, but it's close enough for me depending on the situation. I'm long gold. Last candle on gold, 5 minute. Looks like it might have been a sweep. Yeah, we're still hanging right where my entry is. We got waited for the top of the hour, so I'm happy. Before I was a little tempted to get in on that break, but that break was a little bit of a fake. There is a decent chance we pull back even a little bit further. And if we do, and then get a reversal, I might decide to add to this. Yeah, I let these trades run overnight, depending on the situation. Yeah, that's why I have an hourly chart over here on the left, because I'm looking to be in this trade for hours, not minutes, hours. Overnight. Like, I'd go to sleep. I'd turn my computer off, go to sleep, let this trade play out. So a few things that's on my mind. Here are, just so everybody knows, this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking is, okay, is this the correct place for my stop loss? Then I'm looking over here at this pivot on the left and saying, okay, is there a reasonable decision to be made? I think, is it reasonable to just have a wider stop And I think, oh, well, no, because then I'll have upside down risk reward. And it's like, if I do have a wider stop, would it then be reasonable to have a wider take profit? Maybe I'm looking to the top up here at these mid 50s. And like, okay, if I have a wider stop, I would have to have a wider take profit. But then I have to make sure that this makes sense from a statistical standpoint and a technical standpoint. And then the first thing I'm looking at is like, I don't know. I do see that there's some resistance here at these upper 50s. And then can we have that big of a move? Of course we could have that big of a move. Is it reasonable to expect that big of a move? Is that within the expectations of this market? I'm like, sure. And then we measure that move we had last night, right? And then I was like, okay, if we get a move last night, no. The answer is no, because I'm looking for a similar move that we got last night. And if we do, then that's not a good take profit. I want to be within a reasonable expectation. And so I'm okay with 49, but that gives me an upside down risk reward. So I really can't afford to have my stop loss have an upside down risk reward. So I need to tighten it up a little bit to make this trade make sense around my trading. And then I'll go through and say, okay, well, how big of a trade size can I use? So sometimes I'll go through and I mean, if I didn't know the math at the back of my hand, right? If you're not used to the math, then you come through and say, okay, how much am I willing to risk? Well, for this one, it's $125. Well, I'm willing to risk, $250 on this trade. So I'm okay with adding another contract here. So I'm okay with going 2 contracts with this trade setup, and that would put me at $250 worth of risk, and then $250, give or take a few dollars, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that because I like that we bounced off those 35s. I'm going to go ahead and get into a second contract here. I'm just going to manually, let's get in. Come on, 36. There you go. So now I'm risking about 250 to make 250. That's realistic, and that fits the profile that I am liking to see. The expectation, the realistic expectation. It's, kind of on the shorter side, which I'm okay. If I wanted, I could maybe get a little bit more, and maybe I do that if we do start to break out. That's the nice thing about multiple contracts, right? Where I could close one contract off and then hold a runner, and then I could always tighten the stop loss up as well. So let's see. I like this, and that's so far so good. So far, so good. Does that make sense to everybody? I'm thinking I'm explaining this right. So sometimes I'm thinking out loud, and in my mind, I'm explaining it okay. And if it's not coming out okay, then ask questions. Ask questions, or it's just too bad. And then don't forget #slow markets. Jazzy lobby music, fire, just put you to sleep, Doom Lord. Hop, can you do an update on Bitcoin? Well, I'm going to focus on gold. I will watch the NASDAQ too. Bitcoin's not my market. But gold, NASDAQ's bouncing off these lows. NASDAQ's bouncing off 23,000. Yeah, let's get some #slow markets. Come on, chat. We got to get a few of them. Few good submissions. Not some of the you guys tagged me in is a little crazy. It's gonna sink. What's gonna sink? Eris, you need to see my boxing skills. Soon. Maybe you'll see my boxing skills. Well, we found out. You know what's funny? Is you find out who's real and who's just so full of shit when you actually, yeah. That's as far as I'm going to go with it. That's as far as I'm going with that one. Just the more time I spend online, the more time I see people are just full of shit. That's all I'm going. All right, the next subject. You'll see my boxing skills. Shimble, how old am I? I am old enough. I'm too old. I wish I was younger. So statistically, market rips tonight because, well, it depends on your analysis. 100%. Coach Hoop, what do you think is the gold play tonight? Are you in gold? What's your view on gold, Coach Hoop? Spill the beans. How many people in your VIP have you helped become profitable? Some traders in my VIP have made it on. I don't know how many's to a live account. I don't talk to all members. That'd be crazy. I don't have enough time to keep up with all 50 traders and that. But I think there was out of 50. I'll have to go back and look. Jay's the better coach, man. Jay is an amazing coach. He had like 60% of his traders pass XFAs, past 2 XFAs. Oh, look here, Lincoln. Here's a good slow markets one. Lincoln, hashtag slow markets. My personal setup for the night looks like long ES. Trading that higher time frame, looking for a decent move. I like it. See, good stuff gets a feature. Mandy F, I'm older than Dakota. Like how you explained that was going through your head makes sense. Good. Well, sometimes it's better. It's like, I might not be the best teacher. I'll just explain what I'm thinking, and if it makes sense, it makes sense, and hopefully it makes sense while I set up a trade. Like, that's the point of a live class, right? It's like a teacher doing something on a whiteboard behind, and then it's like, some people are visual learners. Sometimes it helps people. I don't know. Someone says NQ's running. NQ is running. Well, we're like 16 points off of. It's starting to run. Yeah, we're starting to break out. This is looking nice for a little pullback here in the NASDAQ. But we're in gold. I'm in gold. I'm watching gold. We're watching gold. We are green on the screen. Up 14K, 1400 so far. Great. Baited us. How did I bait you? Oh, because it said NQ's running. Let's go. Dakota is, yeah, I wish I was younger. That's the one thing we never have enough of, and that's time. We never have enough time. Okay, I don't understand that, Gaka. I don't understand. Yeah. Thank you. I'm guessing that just deserves a thank you. Time flies. It's weird to think I've been doing slow markets for a year and a half now. A year and a half here at Topstep. 1 year and a half. I threw on a hashtag slow markets. Maybe just tag me. If you're having trouble doing a hashtag, just tag me in it. You could just tag Coach Speed. I'm a fancy man. Thank you. Time is we never have enough of it, right? Take care of yourself while you can. I always get traders whenever I say I'm 31 years old. Nobody believes me. Nobody believes me that I'm 31. No matter where I go. Sometimes I get ID, and yeah, I don't mind it. It's a compliment. It's a compliment when you say, "Oh, wow, you're 31." It's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, when I shave, I look lower 20s. I'm like, yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm 31. I'm not married. Wait until you start losing your hairs. Ooh. Forever young. You'd think these markets would make me lose my hair. Okay, chat. I'm not gonna read chat. Stop reading the chat. Oh. Let's see if we could get through these to session highs here in the gold. We're doing pretty well. We could pay for some nice dinner. Let's see if we could pay for a nice dinner. Josh, what's your Twitter? I've been posting it here. My Twix. Twitter X. Andrew A says, I've reached the 28th anniversary of my 31st birthday. I'm looking for guests. Looking for guests to bring on for slow markets. Maybe I get a girlfriend and we trade slow markets together. You'd love to. Can you handle it? I don't know. Can you guys handle it? Can you guys handle having a guest on here for slow markets? Trade and chill. Speak it into existence. Mandy playing matchmaker here in Utah. Jay and Baron are great when they're on. Jay and Baron's amazing and fun. The trader meetup and the trader house. Just you guys wait. Just wait. It's gonna be fun. Let's see if the gold could get through these session highs. Come on, gold. Let's get through it. Let's get into the money. We just bring everybody on. We just bring everybody. We just go live from a studio and like have 100 people. I used to watch Baron before Topstep. Super proud of. Baron has turned into an amazing trader. I as much crap as we give each other back and forth, and it's fun, right? It's just like a brother, right? Where you give crap back and forth. I'll 100% respect to how he trades. He's a better trader than I am. He's a better day trader than I am. He is. There's times where he can read these markets on a day trading perspective much better. It's different trading styles. I bet you right now, Baron could out-trade me. Baron could out-trade me right now. Next week? Maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we'll find out. There's session highs. There we go. Let's get through this. Get it? Actually, you know what? I take that back. Baron, you can out-trade me. Not during slow markets. I changed my mind. Aaron trades is good as well. Look at these. Let's keep going. Let's get into these 40s now. Come on. Yeah, Baron's good with the numbers. Stats. Go. Ooh, you know what we could do? I want to manage this trade from a zoomed in perspective. We'll zoom in a little bit. 5 minute, 100 tick. He's going to be here soon to out-trade you. I welcome it. He's got to pass me on the big board, though. He's got to pass me on the big board. Just pass the combine, Steven. Your analysis is soothing. Now, if I can just keep this XFA for more than 2 weeks. Size down, Steven. Size down. If you want to keep that XFA for longer than a couple weeks, you just size down. Nikkei, I've moved on. I'll probably talk about it if it picks back up, but I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on my trading. NASDAQ, gold. We're going. We're getting it. When would you move your stop and how many points? Well, let's watch. Let's see if this trade plays out. If we start this is where you guys get to see this live. This is you guys get the sauce, as Baron would say. The sauce, the gas, whatever. If this trade continues to break out, you're gonna see me manage this trade live. So let's get through these 40s. And then if we do get through and start breaking through 40, let's say 41, and we gain the momentum out of this consolidation. So I'm looking for a nice true break out of this consolidation. Once we break out of this consolidation, I don't mind taking some off the table and moving my stop loss. I mean, I can move my stop loss here. That's not a big deal. But what I'm actually thinking is moving my stop loss all the way up here below this level of support. These 35s. These 35s held pretty well. And so that's what I'm really seeing. And then it's like I go to bed with an amazing risk reward. And I could even take one contract off. But I want to see a nice clean and clear breakout before I do that, which we're right in the middle of getting it right now. So I don't want to do it too early, but yeah, I want to be precise and technical with it. Maybe 41.5. You can see that there's a little wick, a little candle right there at 41.5. I want to see this clean. We have to gain momentum. None of this fake out stuff. Plenty of gas after the steak dinner. So we want to see it blast up through. What happened with Dave? I don't know. I have that NQ. Rode gold up for $560. Have a great night. Get that honey-do list. And we watch and we chill. This has been good. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, I am ending class just a few minutes early. I have some responsibilities to take care of. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will be ending class just a few minutes early. Up 2,000 on 2 XFAs from NQ Longs. What a night. Great work, Ryan. We need all gas, no brakes. Just keep pumping this market up. This 100,000 gold. Gold needs to catch up with Bitcoin. Yesterday's movement took all the speed, and today truly feels like a slow market. Finally, a chill night. Last night was pretty chill. Well, not on the NASDAQ. Sorry, no. It was chill until the NASDAQ and the NVIDIA stuff came out. We still have, remember, there's still probably movement to come because we have the NVIDIA CEO in China speak meetings that can have headlines come out. So that's possible. The 100-tick chart has helped me so much with entering and exiting. Thanks. Good. That's good. I like to hear that. Let's see if we push through these 40s into the 41s, and I'll move that stop loss, tighten it up a little bit, close off one for take profit. We're hovering around 69. They haven't talked yet. Nope. In about 2.5 hours, right? All right, I'm changing this music. We're changing this music. I gotta get in a better mood. I need some better vibes. This is it. This is it. How was your day trading during regular trading hours? It was good. I had one trade during fast markets, and it was green. It was green on the screen. Green on the screen. All green. I've been like, I'm batting 100. I've been, knock on wood, fingers crossed, I'm like 10 out of 10 trading micros. And these slow markets trades have been pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. I don't know. You guys be the judge. Right? You be the judge. How's my trading been? Come on, let's get going. Did you take a short? No, we're in gold long. We were in gold long in fast markets too. So far, so good. Better. Yeah, it's been a lot better. It feels better. A lot less stress, a lot less pressure. You see me, I took one trade and I just locked out and I said, screw it. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I'm just gonna trade my process. I'm not here to just entertain everybody and force trades. I'm here to be a trader and answer questions, maybe provide some entertainment, because I could always have great conversations. We could talk about news. We could talk about, events that are affecting these markets, and I don't need to be in a trade. And so I took one great trade in gold. It worked out really well. I locked my account up and said, okay, let's have some good conversations. MP hopped on, and he's always spilling the beans and dropping nice hints about Topstep's future, which is as bright as it can get. And so great conversations on the day show. And we're hanging here at 3340s. 3340s. If we could break through into the 41, I'll move my stop loss. But gold needs to show me that it wants to actually break out and not fake out. We're still kind of hovering. Like, you see how it faked out earlier and then dropped back below. If we do start to break, I need to see some more momentum. We're only up 0.12. So let's see if we can get it. Let's get it. We went up and tested 40.6. Been listening for several months, has helped out a lot. Thanks. What's the word for the VIP? Just stay tuned. I don't get any inside information when it comes to details. The quickest way for you to find out information is honestly, number one, following MP on Twitter or TopstepTV. That's where you get the latest. Maybe they learn not to tell me information because I always just talk about it. Like, yeah, if we tell Dakota, he's going to tell his slow markets class. Any lower? Not good. A lot. Nothing has changed so far. We're doing the same thing we did basically here. This is a little bit of what I was worried about. Was we come up, we fake, and then we sell off. So we came up, we faked into these 40s, and now we're starting to sell off. So let's see if we can hold somewhere. Maybe support becomes resistance, right? This was resistance. Let's see if maybe it can become support. Then I'll feel really confident about moving my stop loss and saying, okay, this is solid. But it needs to prove it to me. Or if we do just stay chilling right here, I might just move my stop loss and say, move it up to 50. Or I could even call it and say, hey, you know what? We're not getting what I wanted to see. I call it a night. I say $50 is $50. I mean, some countries that's a week's wage. This is gold. This is micro gold. NASDAQ is just NQ. Gold is just GC. And then an M in front of it is a micro. 1/10 of a contract. 1,500 people liking. Or they're watching, not liking. And I'm not seeing too many more good hashtag slow markets anyway. I got about 15 more minutes. And we're chilling, watching this gold trade play out. It didn't really take much heat, right? Did we take much heat on this trade? Or did it just go up? Maybe we took a little bit of heat on it, but I don't know. What are some tips for trading gold coming from NQ? Gold is a lot less crazy, a lot less sporadic, and biggest tip for gold is follow the trends. Higher time frames, like an hourly chart, work really well. What is a pivot? A pivot is when there is a change in direction of the market, right? You could make arguments that these are pivots, like pivot, pivot, pivot. Maybe there's some discretion, right? Pivot. So you get the idea, right? Maybe you don't decide these smaller ones are pivots. Maybe you only do the big pivot. So there is a little bit of discretion when it comes to what you want to decide is a pivot. And look at us go. Come on. Get through that. Support become resistance. And here comes the banger. Get up there. Okay, I feel confident. Let's get that stop loss. Let's tighten it up. Let's control our risk. Let's be risk managers. And let's go. Let's get through those 40s. New session high. Let's get into this 41s. $300 to go to pass this combine. Been trading gold a lot lately. I have, yes. Yep, there's been not as good of setups in the NASDAQ. So gold has been golden. Oh, don't fail me now. I might have to bail. We might have to bail. Bail. Call it a day. No one can quit the NASDAQ forever. We're just on a break. Me and NASDAQ are on a break. Can you break down your entry and why you entered? I did earlier. I'll review it again. Like the music, loving the music. It's got me pumped up for a second there. This song came on right as we were made session highs at 41. It looked like we were gonna go. It looked like we were gonna go. This isn't the strong resistance here at these 40s. If we can't hold here, I might just bail and call it a night. But we have risk managed. Restart your music, it'll help. We just got this. We just got this. It's failing. We're failing. This trade is now, this breakout is turning into a fake out. Fake out alert. Yeah, these 40s are major resistance. We gave it a good college try. Yeah, I used to trade the Nikkei a lot. But we're not done. We're not. It's not an L. It's not over till the trade's finished. It's not looking good. That's the. Oof, those 40s. We gotta believe. Technicals. This looks like manipulation before the pop. Well, let's see. Let's get it. 10 minutes left. You've been on the four streak loss after passing my challenge. I'm happy. Size down. Sizing down when you're struggling is the right thing to do. There we go. Let's keep building momentum. Back up into those 40s. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a megaphone pattern. I don't even want to hear that word. Let's have a quote together. Size matters. It does. It does. What's up? Trade for pips. Doritos pattern. Why is gold and NQ having a correlation? Sometimes it correlates, sometimes it doesn't. I don't pay much correlation between the NASDAQ and gold. Anyway, I actually need to change this to ticks because that's supposed to be ticks. I'm over here thinking if I should take it, and ticks is the way I view it. Let's get through this. We're still holding these 38s. Why ticks versus dollar amounts? Because it's about the process, right? Because I want to be scaling up, and when I scale up, it's going to be the same process. Like if I close this for 22 ticks, it means more. It doesn't matter whether it's micros or minis, and I'm looking to scale up. And so if I want to be trading like 30 minis, I'm still going to be looking for the ticks, right? So I'm risking 29 ticks. It doesn't matter whether it's a micro or a mini or 30 minis. It's the same process. So same thing. That's why. And when I'm trading NASDAQ, I look at points. Yep, disassociate from the P&L. Don't think about the dollars. Think about the process. Think about, getting in, getting out. Same thing. Let's see. Let's get this back into those 40s. It's the song. Ooh, who got that? Who got out of that? That got some people. Stop loss in the green. Moving the stop loss right there now. Let's get to the session highs. Let's finish it off. We can drop it. Here it goes. Come on, let's get it. Worst case scenario, I make 4 ticks. Play some bachata. The Chill Llama. The Chill Llama. Are you from Lima? Are you from Peru? I will not change this music since we're going up yet. 4 ticks. 4 ticks. Worst case scenario is 4 ticks. We're hovering around 69. From Bolivia. Okay. You have a full-time job and do trading. Trading is my job. When I started to learn how to trade, I did have a full-time job. Yep. Yeah, if these 40s reject again, then I'm done. Like there's, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that's 30 minutes of rejection there. I mean, we still might on the long term, like on that higher time frame, play out. But like I said, I have 5 more minutes and I have to go. I'll take one. I'll take one if we get back up there. I'll take it out manually if we do. Because if we just blow off the top here. Stay longer. It's going to get wild. Why do I de-risk so much in a bad streak? When you're struggling, I think it's very important to size down until you figure out why you're struggling. It doesn't make sense to just lose, and then continue to lose. You take a step back and say, hey, is this something I'm doing, or is this the markets? And then you could risk right back on. Put the risk right back on. All right, I think this is going to be it. This might be it, chat. Don't go. You'll see me tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. Don't worry. Let's see if we can get back into those 40s. It's the haircut. How long have I been trading? About 14 and a half years now. Come on, 38s. Buyers need to support these 38s again. Those 40s have been such a resistance tonight during slow markets. Since 5. 26 bucks for Chick-fil-A. That's Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, or I mean, I can stop by McDonald's for 9 bucks. Chick-fil-A or McDonald's. Here we go. We're at Chick-fil-A now. McDonald's is stop loss. Richard, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Uh-oh. We're going down. We're going down. It might be a Mickey D. McDonald's is a stop loss. Yeah, McDonald's is a stop loss. We're getting free McDonald's tonight. Oh, it's holding. Here, look. Look at that. There's my stop loss on the books. There's my stop loss on the books right there. See that number's 10. Not like this. Not like this. Wendy's? No, Wendy's is down here. Wendy's is like down there. Is this too close? I might just trail it. This is probably going to stop me out and go up. That's all right. We're at the time. Freaking McDonald's. Can't win them all. Well, actually, yeah, that's a winner. Screw it. That's a winner. Green on the screen. Green on the freaking screen. That's as good as it gets tonight. That fake out on gold. So, all right, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Coach Jay is going to be on with me tomorrow. Don't forget that. And then we'll continue the conversation. We will continue the conversation of can you trade for a living? How it is for trading for the living. I will be on Power Hour tomorrow. Power Hour tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We have lots of data coming out. It's going to be a good one. I will be back here. Dang gold. Dang gold. That's all I have to say. So see ya. It was a fun one. Enjoy it. Tomorrow, full session. Coach Jay, can you trade for a living? We'll continue that conversation. We had good conversations today. Good stuff coming. Take care, everybody. And see you then.